Good. You good?
All good, man.
Hey, boy.
What's up, little man?
Hey, congratulations to you too.
You fine, man?
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. You know, I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I done been in Boots locker room supporting him. So yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. When people get to a certain plateau and they forget about things like that.
You said, well, you didn't even want to shake my hand. I don't gotta shake your hand. Right? We get ready to fight. That let me know that Errol Spence is in the right state of mind. He understands. He got work to do, pain to put in. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think Tszyu is looking at it like a lick, like he think Errol is right. I don't think so.
If Tszyu fought Errol Spence Jr., who would win? Who do you think would win? Because
Again, it's too many variables with Spence. The one positive variable is he says at a 154 he's going to be stronger. He doesn't have to struggle to make the weight. And he was, it was pretty known news around the business that Spence struggled a lot to make 147. So the one positive, the argument for Spence is at 154 he's more fresh. He's going to be able to breathe a little bit into his body, and it'll be a better version of Errol Spence.
So why would he need a tune-up fight?
Inactivity, not fighting.
He always fought.
Yeah, but he didn't fight every month.
No, he hasn't fought in 3-4 years. So now, anybody coming back from a 3 or 4 year layoff is gonna want a tune-up fight. Unless you're getting paid a lot of money and you don't have much left. Make that money.
Yeah.
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. If they sitting there trading back and forth, they either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just going there and just bully Tszyu. But I think it'll be spots where he could play bully.
I said I would never want to fight him coming off an accident like that. Because when I beat him, then y'all gonna say it was because of the accident.
Right.
He fight. He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said.
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like yeah, because it's different on TV than when you watching it up close in person.
Terence Crawford just shattered the industry's favorite narrative. Everyone assumes Errol Spence Jr. is walking into a one-sided slaughter in Australia this July, completely diminished after a 3-year vanishing act. The consensus is that his body and mind are finally finished. But Crawford is stepping out of the shadows to reveal exactly why the boxing community is dead wrong. This isn't a desperate final grab for cash from a washed-up fighter. According to the Undisputed King, it's a highly calculated psychological trap designed to lure an overconfident Tszyu into deep waters.
The Phoenix Tszyu!
Yeah, the Phoenix came in as I was in the ashes, and it's about rising from the ashes and getting up back to the top. So again, the rebuild stage began 2 fights ago, and it's still going on.
The pound-for-pound king refuses to call his former rival finished. Behind closed doors, Crawford possesses secret insight into the Texans' true punch resistance and survival instincts. While casual fans fixate on their historic undisputed clash, assuming the veteran's chin is permanently cracked, Crawford has felt the terrifying weight of his pressure up close. He knows firsthand that a wounded predator is often the most dangerous thing you can encounter in the ring. Bud is publicly warning that those misunderstanding their bout are putting Tszyu in direct danger. The undisputed champ insists his former rival still wields the elite skills, devastating ring IQ, and raw physical power necessary to tear through the division all over again. If the rising star thinks he is fighting a ghost, he is about to get a violent wake-up call.
I'm a fan of boxing. I'm gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be over there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I done been in Boots locker room supporting him. You know, so yeah, it's just crazy how how the tables turn. You know, when people get to a certain plateau and they forget
Right.
about things like that.
We picking Earl. I'm
Of
picking.
course,
All right,
of course,
Sean and Sean. Y'all
of
got it?
course.
Yeah.
Shot better.
We gotta see. We gotta see.
Wow.
B-side is more towards Tim. I'm definitely towards Errol. I just feel like Errol, even though, you know, we haven't seen him in 3 years now, I think he still has more than enough to beat Tim. All that said, I hate saying it because I've been over there so many times broadcasting for Tim. I got to look this man in the eyes, and for the first time, I'm gonna have to look him in the eyes like, yo, I know you heard everything I said. So
I told him to his face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's cool. It's cool to be and this is what I don't understand why people take it so hurtful. When we in like England and places like that, or overseas, like they tell you, and it's okay. Like, hey, you're a great fighter, but I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Afterwards, it's all cool. It's just a opinion that they have on one fight. It's cool to have different opinions.
And for me, when it goes the other way, I say, hey, I wasn't in that man's camp. I don't know what he was up to. I wasn't with him the night before his fight. I don't know what he was up to. When he went
That's an excuse. You make an excuse.
When he went in the ring and did something I didn't think he was gonna do, I ain't know.
No, you gotta just say I was wrong. Just say I was wrong. Congratulations.
Hey, be easy, bud. We'll see you next week.
Viral internet panic is completely misreading the situation behind the scenes. Social media is flooded with rumors and wild speculation critiquing the returning champion's new training tapes under legendary coach Ronnie Shields. Armchair experts point to his shadow boxing, calling the movements forced, slow, and hopelessly compromised after his severe health scares and life-threatening vehicle crash.
And people actually, and people are saying, man, he looks so slow. He looks so lethargic. He looks, stiff. And I'm watching this, and as I'm watching this, I have to agree. He does look very stiff. He does look very lethargic, right? He does look, very slow. But I believe this is due to the fact that Errol Spence is simply working on things, right? What you see in him doing in training camp and in these clips is strategic. It's Errol Spence working on stuff, right? He's practicing. So he's focusing, he's thinking, he's going through the motions. I think Errol Spence is going to stop Tszyu by the 11th round. I think you're going to see Errol Spence be explosive come fight night. Errol Spence has never been the fastest guy in the world, but when Errol Spence makes his mind up and he comes forward, he lets his hands go. He's quicker than he is fast, right? He's never been twitchy. He's never been. I think the fact that we haven't seen him in the ring for 3 years, and the last time you did see him, he looked very terrible against Terence Crawford. And so because of that, people are looking at the situation. They like, man, you are critiquing every little thing. And if you go back and you look at his past training videos, there's not much difference. It's just that he's thinking his way through because he's being strategic. He's with a new trainer in Ronnie Shields. He's going over things. So he's working his way into it. But when come fight night, you're going to see him put the entire package together. We haven't seen the entire package because they're not showing us the entire package. So come fight night, does he look stiff in these videos? Yes. Does he look lethargic and slow? Yes. But that's because he's working his way through things.
But the public doubt is hiding a terrifying reality happening inside the gym. Elite fighters like Brian Mendoza and Brian Norman have secretly shared the ring with the returning star. Instead of a fading veteran showing up for a quick paycheck, they witnessed a terrifyingly sharp fighter making daily calculated adjustments. They report that the veteran is shrugging off massive shots and applying relentless, suffocating pressure, proving the shaky gym clips are nothing but a clever smokescreen designed to create false confidence.
Errol Spence, Tszyu fight, how do you think that thing's gonna play out? I think it's going to be a great fight, but I feel like the program we got going on over here is going to be entirely too much for Tim.
Even though EJ's been away for three years, we just saw Keith Thurman, and that inactivity, sometimes it plays a part in these kind of fights. Tell me why you think EJ is ready to take on a challenge like Tszyu.
Because of his work ethic, simple as that. When he came into the gym, he was still, his main thing was to outwork everyone. So you already know, I'm watching that, now I got to outwork him, but it's just like, he's 36 years old. Like you said, he took 3 years off. He's supposed to be, the older guy, the old cat who can't, the car wreck, everything happens on. So he's supposed to be off of his game. But no, he's still pushing and pacing, and not even just pushing it, but looking sharp while doing it. So no, that break that he took, and then like the conversation we was having, he needed that break to begin with. And now he got a bigger reason to do everything you're doing.
A bizarre and sudden catch-weight agreement just flipped the odds entirely. Negotiating this massive summer clash at a hefty 158 pounds feels like a massive concession, but it hides a brilliant strategic gamble. Critics like Keith Thurman theorize that forcing a natural welterweight to bulk up will leave the veteran sluggish, heavy on his feet, and incredibly vulnerable to a naturally bigger opponent. But they are completely ignoring the monstrous frame the former unified champion naturally carries. Without the grueling, organ-draining weight cuts that secretly compromised his past performances, this heavier limit unlocks a dangerous new level of endurance. He isn't moving up just to survive the scale. He is moving up to unleash absolute hell without a depleted gas tank holding him back in the later rounds.
Yeah. Do you feel like that, possibly favors a fighter?
Tszyu, because he already from a higher division, when welterweights are adding more weight, a lot of times they're just giving themselves an excuse to be slower, in my opinion, because let's say the fight's at 158, right? And then they're going to rehydrate, right? So he's going to be 168, 173 by the time he gets in the ring anyways.
It's actually right at 158, actually.
Yeah, so, but, you put a solid 10 to 13 pounds on, rehydrating and everything, so, and like, that's a like from a welterweight standpoint, that weight should be kind of like, I know our bodies are growing in different things, and at this age and stage of our career, but that pool's not really going to be there. You'll be able to pull down to 158 from like the week of the fight. You can be like almost 165. I mean, not really, but like almost, almost, because you can practically pull 5 pounds of water weight in a day, easily. So it just depends on the overall strategy. If he just wants to be strong and not worry so much about the pool, we can always assess the body at weigh-ins, right? Like, is he going to be lifting? Is he going to be is he going to hold that weight? And is he going to be kind of cut up? Is he really just going to look bigger and stronger? Then, we're going to be like, hey man, look at his transformation. Look at what he looks like in this division right now,
A tense, unbroadcasted backstage moment just turned a professional bout into a bitter grudge match. Away from the flashing cameras and screaming fans, a seemingly standard interaction took a dark turn when the American completely ignored his opponent's handshake. This petty disrespect instantly shattered any illusion of sportsmanship.
He been having a lot to say, especially recently, and I don't do that. Like, you gonna talk shit about me, and I'm gonna say stuff about you. I'm not finna, when the camera's not around, we see each other. Hey, what's up, man? And it's all buddy. Like, nah, it's wartime. It's time to go. We both signed the contract, so we can dap each other up after the fight.
For a rising star trying to step out of his famous father's shadow, the cold shoulder was the ultimate insult. The Australian contender immediately branded the veteran a diva and embraced the hostility, shifting his entire camp mentality from a standard athletic challenge to pure unfiltered business. He is no longer just training to win a boxing match. He is training to permanently dismantle a legacy and target old injuries with absolute malice.
And now back to you, Errol. I mean, you, I'm sure, could have potentially had this fight here, but you decided you're going to Australia. You want to face Tim in his backyard. Why did you make that decision to go over to Australia?
Because I'm about moments, and there's something that I enjoy. You know, I don't know if it's just, you know, some type of sick gratification, but to fight somebody in their hometown and fight him in front of, you know, their countrymen, and to beat him in front of how many thousands of fans is gonna be, that's gonna be a great moment for myself. And you know, I like that feeling. I like the feeling when I went to Sheffield and did the same thing, and I'm looking to do the same thing again.
Stepping into the ring on July 25th might actually be a career-ending trap for the hometown hero. Elite styling experts like Zab Judah and Sean Porter are looking past the promotional hype and seeing a fundamental flaw in the Australian's approach. The younger fighter possesses a very specific stubborn habit of standing directly in front of his opponents to trade heavy blows. He relies on forward aggression and raw volume to break spirits, but that exact style plays perfectly into the hands of a fighter who built a legendary career as boxing's ultimate boogeyman. Trading stationary combinations with a relentless body-snatching southpaw is exactly how previous world champions were violently dismantled. By choosing not to move his feet, the younger star is willingly walking straight into a stylistic meat grinder.
They got to go one, okay, I mean, yeah, he deserving to that. Yeah. I know how it is, them last 3-4 pounds is a bit, as meat and potatoes, it stick around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It don't just jump off like everything else. So that's okay.
Yeah, it seems like Spence don't know.
I got Spence by KO.
Yeah, when I heard that,
why? I put him in the zoo. No, it's nothing. This is my game like that. But I put him in the zoo, and he gonna react like an animal because he's been hurt. He's a wounded animal right now, and he's coming back to show the world that, boom. It's like taking a wounded lion and throwing back in the jungle again with it. He gonna show you. I'm a lion, always hit his death. You know what I mean? So I do believe in Errol Spence. I believe in his ability. You know, I always said that his comeback is gonna be crazy. You know, just that, you know, whatever. But he's back, and watch. He's gonna do good.
The hometown favorite is secretly breaking down from the inside. While the media praises his relentless activity and fearlessness, sharp minds like Tim Bradley see a completely different reality. At just 31 years old, the physical toll of back-to-back bloody wars is quietly catching up. Having absorbed massive damage, vicious cuts, and shocking knockdowns in his recent appearances, his body is secretly holding on to hidden wear and tear. Experts suspect that beneath the bravado, the Australian's punch resistance is on the verge of completely shattering under elite, suffocating pressure. The stamina and chin required to survive 12 rounds of relentless body blows might already be gone, leaving him exposed against a seasoned finisher.
But he still got a lot left. Even after the damn car accident, he still got a lot left. He does. And y'all gonna see it when he fight against Tszyu. Spence, all he got to do is train. That's it. That's all he got to do. And one more thing. Damn, I almost forgot about this damn thing. Yeah, Spence was high. He was high off of the drugs that they shot in his ribs. Man, come on now. You know how many people get cortisone shots before games and stuff like that? Come on now. Y'all smarter than that. A cortisone shot is not going to do that to you. It's not going to make you look sleepy and drowsy. Come on, Spence, just come out and tell the truth. What was you doing? Yeah, you was on that lean. That's what it is. You was on that lean back. It was either this or you was on that drink lean. Yeah, you was on that codeine or something, bro. Your eyes was low as hell. You was, yeah. Go ahead and keep it a buck, 1,000. Spence. Yeah, keep it real. Shit, because, hey, that cortisone ain't gonna do that. Cortisone ain't gonna have you sleepy and drowsy looking like that the way you was looking during the fight week. It was that weight that was taxing on your ass. Yep, because your ass didn't train. So it was that weight that was on you, right? That's what it was. Yeah, you barely, shit, when you losing weight, people, sometimes you can't even walk. You walking all sideways and stuff, balance all off and shit, equilibrium all jacked up. You walking like this, just like this. You walking like that. Yeah. And when you stand up, you feel dizzy and lightheaded and stuff. Yeah, that was a tough ass weigh-in. That's what all that mumble jumbo he was talking about. Shit, not enough rest.
And speaking of Errol, bypassing an easy warm-up fight is tearing the boxing community in half right now. Legendary trainers are fiercely debating the shocking decision to jump straight into a massive pay-per-view clash without testing the waters first. Some view this rejection of a tune-up as the ultimate proof of a fearless champion mentality, showcasing a veteran who refuses to take the easy route.
Yeah, another big comeback. My man EJ, Errol Spence Jr. coming back to fight Tszyu, man.
Now that's the one we want to see come back, because one thing I love about Errol, man, shout out to Errol, because no matter what, whenever he come back, he ain't taking nothing easy.
Right.
He said, I don't take no tune-ups, and which is actually smart, because no matter how this fight turn out, he's a headline pay-per-view main event name.
Yeah.
The same thing Cambosa was doing. Even though he came back after the loss with Devin Haney, he'd fight a name after name after name because it never brings his value down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing that Errol Spence doing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hope he's going to be not no too much ring rush. And, you know, he ain't got nothing to prove, man. Go in there and just win the fight. That's what you got to do.
And it's funny you say that about ring rust. I thought the same thing. Now, he changed my mind a little bit when he said, you know what? If I look good in training and sparring, why wouldn't I look good in the ring? So this ring rush is just a mental thing. So, I mean, I can see that, you know. But so you got him winning that one?
I got him winning that one for sure.
But skeptics are whispering a much darker theory. They wonder if this is quietly the final calculated cash out of a fading superstar. Securing a massive multi-million-dollar payday on foreign soil might just be the perfect exit strategy for a fighter who secretly knows his body can no longer sustain a long-term championship campaign. They believe he is rolling the dice one last time before hanging up the gloves for good. July 25th will permanently alter the landscape of the sport. The collision of a legendary resume and desperate youthful ambition will answer every question lingering in the dark corners of the boxing world. Will a rested, rejuvenated apex predator remind everyone why he dominated a generation? Or will a relentless rising star force a brutal, permanent changing of the guard? One man is fighting to reclaim his stolen glory, while the other is fighting to prove he belongs among the elite and secure a mega fight with Jaron Ennis. When the final bell rings in Sydney, someone's career will be violently resurrected, and the others will be quietly laid to rest. It's the ultimate high-stakes gamble, and the boxing world is holding its breath to see who walks away with their legacy intact. We'd love you to predict this fight for us. Can Errol Spence prove why he's the best once again? Let me know down below. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.